Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway, the site of race number 5, I believe, of the NRSL Dr. Pepper Cup Series. It's been a while since we've had a race out here, but we are finally back. Coming off of an exciting race at Atlanta Motor Speedway that saw slower lap traffic that is, really wreak havoc with the leaders late in the race. But one driver who was able to get through the lap traffic without any problems was Jessica Shelton, as she was able to put the number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford in victory lane for the first time this season, and she joins Seth Cole, Dylan Young, and Zach Rogers as participants in the All-Star race coming up just a little bit later on in the season. Heading into today's race, we have a new driver in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series, as Austin LaPlante has asked to be taken out of the number 88 car, and taking his spot in that car will be none other than Joshua Collard. He is making his debut driving the number 88 Crisco Pontiac today, and he will roll off from the 23rd position, so we will see how he does in his debut race. Point standings had a bit of a shake-up after last week, as James Qualls, who came into Atlanta outside the top 10 in points, he left as the points leader. Here, Dylan Young fell to second in points, third Joshua Sicoli, J.J. Kelly fourth, and William Brock the top 5. Rest of the top 10 has Ace Rogers, Kyle Matthews, J.D. Burkhart, Ash Curtis, and Michael Norman. Starting lineup for today's race, Dylan Thoreau in the number 7 Army Ford is starting on the pole position. Alongside him will be the number 71 of Joshua Sicoli. A bit of a fail here, sorry about that. Row 2 sees Kyle Keith and Joey Newell, Jeff Arndt and Kyle Matthews, J.D. Burkhart and Zach Rogers, and rounding out the top 10, Sam Young and our points leader, James Qualls. Go through the rest of the field here, see where you are starting. Final row consisting of Andrew Rich and DJ Curtis. Now, I do apologize for some of the issues I was having with my microphone in the last race that we had. If I do not know what's going on with it, if there are any more problems with it, I do apologize. I'll try to see what's wrong with it if I can. But just letting everybody know about that. So that should do it for pre-race coverage here. As we have missed the command, I do apologize for that, but looks like everybody got going with no problems. That's always a good sign. Laps the distance here at Thunder Valley. I don't think pit stops will come into play, but you never know there. Dylan Thoreau, Joshua Sicoli will lead him to the green flag. Pace car pulls off the track. Green flag is in the air, and we're underway at Bristol. Dylan Thoreau leads lap number 1, Joshua Sicoli in the second spot, Joey Newell third, a bit of a breakaway back to Kyle Keith in the 4th position, and Jeff Arndt rounding out the top 5 right now as Kyle Matthews is on the outside of him, trying to pick up that spot. Top 3 have broken away just a little bit here, Thoreau continuing to hold the top spot. Look through the rear of the field, see what's going on here. DJ Curtis being shown in the last position right now. Oh, and there's trouble. Big crash back here. Daniel Link involved. Looks like Matt McIntyre got a piece of it, and Keith Batson in the 42. Alex Wheeler, DJ Harris. So we are under caution here at Bristol after just coming to complete lap number 6 here. That did not take long at all. Go through here, make sure there was no stack ups here. Looks like everything is okay there in terms of a stack up, so we're going to take a break and take a look at what happened to bring us under our first caution here at Bristol. Back here at Bristol, here's a look at here's a look at what put us under our first caution here. Looks like Michael Norman is going to get into the 5 of John Arndt. Turns him right down into Matt McIntyre in the 43. Alex Wheeler had nowhere to go. He comes back up the track into DJ Harris. Parker Gordon gets involved with it. You see William Brock, Keith Batson caught up in it. Daniel Link, don't know if he got any damage or not. I don't think he did. Let's take another look at that here. Try to find the 5 car. Let's go on board with the 5 here of John Arndt. Front stretch gets turned. So there you have it. That's what brought us under our first caution. Let's get you back to green here at Bristol. We are back here at Bristol. Pace car lights are off here. One car has retired from the race. That was the 68 of DJ Harris. Getting you back to green here, Dylan Thoreau's the race leader, Joshua Sicoli 2nd, Joey Newell 3rd, Kyle Keith 4th, Jeff Arndt 5th. The rest of the top 10, Kyle Matthews, J.D. Burkhart, Zach Rogers, Sam Young, and James Qualls. Jeff Arndt currently in the 5th position. Battle heating up there is Kyle Matthews trying to get to the inside. Nothing happening there so far. Side-by-side battle for the 9th position. James Qualls trying to get underneath the 30 of Sam Young. He had to get out of the throttle. I'd open the door for Jessica Shelton on the outside as Shelton goes way up the track. JT Bryant going to go by her for, looks like the 11th position. Back up front, Joshua Sicoli trying to get around Dylan Thoreau for the race lead. Thoreau's led every lap of it so far. Let's take a look at the rear of the field here. A couple of damaged cars. Alex Wheeler, Keith Batson, Parker Gordon, Matt McIntyre. Daniel Link back here after a heartbreaker last week at Atlanta, leading the race, coming to the white flag, got held up by his good friend Joey Newell. Ended up costing him the victory right there. It's Tristan Wilhoit, he could use a good run here today. We're deep in the points right now. Joshua Collard currently running in the 22nd position in his first race in this series. Back up front, battle for second place and the lead heating up. Looks like the top 7 cars have pulled away a little bit from 8th position. Zach Rogers, the winner at Las Vegas a couple of races back. Sam Young having a good run. He's another one that's mired back in the point standings right now, so in desperate need of a good run. He's getting it right now, currently running in the 9th position. There's our points leader, James Qualls, running in the top 10 right now, doing what he needs to do. JT Bryant, been a struggling season for him so far, currently running in 11th position. There's Jessica Shelton, last week's winner at Atlanta, currently running in the 12th position. Zach Flickinger, 13th, trying to get past Shelton there. And there's Dylan Young, the Rockingham winner, came into this race second in points after having the points lead heading into Atlanta last week. Would love to get the points lead back. Charles Sanford currently running in the 17th position there. There's Johnny Gardner. Boy, it's been another struggling season there for the 75 car. Having a pretty decent run right now in the 16th position. Nathan Hudson currently 15th. Couple of drivers in the top 10 in points. Kyle Matthews in the 42, J.D. Burkhart in the 18. They should stay in the top 10 in points if this run continues, for both of them. There's Kyle Keith having a good run in the 4th position. As up front, nose to tail, but nobody pulling out to make a move just yet. But they are catching the slower lap traffic in the form of Matt McIntyre, Alex Wheeler, and Keith Batson. So things could be heating up for the race lead here very shortly. Here comes Sicoli as soon as I say that, and Levi McIntyre has crashed. Oh boy, we are under caution again. Oh, James Qualls involved. Shelton got a piece of it. Sam Young having a great run, gets involved in it. Smoke coming out of the 30. My goodness gracious. And the lead has really changed hands. Looks like Kyle Keith is being shown as the race leader now. Jeff Arndt now in 2nd spot and find the race leader. Yeah, there's Kyle Keith. He was able to make it through the madness. Now he's up front. So we are under caution for the 2nd time today here at Bristol. We'll be right back and we'll show you what brought us under our 2nd caution. Back here at Bristol, here's a look at what brought us under our 1st caution. Levi McIntyre running in the 30th position at the time. Looking to the outside of his good buddy Seth Cole. And just gets into his right rear, sends him up the track into the wall, and he comes back down in front of traffic, and just not a lot of places to go for a lot of people. William Brock getting involved, Daniel Link, John Arndt, Joshua Sicoli, heartbreaker there. He was running in the 2nd spot. He gets collected in the mess. DJ Curtis in the 1. And Parker Gordon, points leader James Qualls involved. Sam Young with damage. A lot of drivers just... Michael Norman, he got a piece of it. Parker Gordon involved. Take a look at the 16 car, what happened to him. Actually, let's go up ahead here. See the 34 and the 5, they got a piece of it as well. Bit of a fail there on my part. So wreck happening. There's McIntyre gets into the 5, the 34 right right up into the 5 there. And there's Alex Wheeler getting involved, and Kyle Keith able to get by all this to take the race lead. No, Matthews getting into Alex Wheeler there after that. Joey Newell with damage. Matt McIntyre in his second accident of the day. Not a good day for the 43. Sam Young got a piece. See what happened to the 30 car here. Oh, he hits the 16. See James Qualls getting involved there. Jessica Shelton getting a piece of it along with Dylan Young. Nice job by Johnny Gardner and Nathan Hudson. Close to getting involved with it. They were able to get through it. So Bristol playing havoc here with everybody. We are under caution. Let's get you back to the green flag. Back here at Bristol. Sorry for missing the restart. There is Kyle Keith is the race leader. Jeff Arndt now in second. Kyle Matthews now up to third. Joey Newell fourth. And Zach Rogers is fifth. And you'll link a lap car there. JT Bryant is now in the 6th position. Dylan Thoreau is in 7th. 8th is JD Burkhart. 9th is Dylan Young. And 10th is Johnny Gardner. Quite a few cars knocked out of the race after that last caution, at that last crash. Including Sam Young, Emmanuel Hartnett, James Qualls, our points leader, is going to end the day in the 34th position. William Brock, John Arndt, Matt McIntyre, Alex Wheeler, DJ Curtis, Levi McIntyre, Parker Gordon, and joining DJ Harris, who was knocked out of the race in our first caution. So Kyle Keith able to capitalize here on a lot of these crashes, able to make it through. He is the race leader. Jeff Arndt under pressure from Kyle Matthews for the 2nd position here. Joey Newell, despite damage to that number 14 car, he's hanging in there in the 4th spot. To the rest of the field here, Michael Norman was involved in that crash. He's being shown in the 27th position right now. Joshua Sekuli was running 2nd before that wreck happened. That's a heartbreaker for that 71 car. Oh, Flickinger underneath the 98 of Hudson, almost making contact there. Back up front with the leaders. Kyle Keith has pulled away. Number 11, Budweiser Ford, driving for Junior Johnson. But he is starting to catch, well, as you see right there, lap traffic ahead of him. 3 laps to go here at Bristol. Joshua Collard to the outside. He has damage on the front end of his car. And this is not what Kyle Keith wants to see, especially this late in the race. He gets held up just a little bit here. The 41 and the 42 will be all over him. And there they are here, coming to the white flag. Oh, Arndt to the outside. White flag in the air, and the 41 to the front. Jeff Arndt to the lead. Taking advantage of lap traffic is Kyle Keith and Kyle Matthews way up the racetrack. Joey Newell trying to get by the 11 for the 2nd spot. But Jeff Arndt will take advantage of lap traffic, and he will go to victory lane at Bristol as he wins the Food City 500. Wow. For the 2nd race in a row, lap traffic is a factor. And Jeff Arndt able to take advantage of it, as he will go to victory lane for the first time this season. So 5 races in, and that streak of different winners will continue. Time to export the results here. Well, it was a wild one here at Bristol. Jeff Arndt has won it here, getting past Kyle Keith. Boy, that is a heartbreaker. Coming to the white flag, gets caught behind lap traffic. Jeff Arndt able to take advantage of it, but Keith was able to hold on to second spot. Joey Newell, great run for him in the third position. Kyle Matthews at fourth, and Zach Rogers fifth. Rest of the top 10 was JT Bryan, a much-needed good run for that 22 car. Dylan Thoreau, the pole sitter, finished seventh. Dylan Young, eighth. J.D. Burkhart, ninth, and Charles Sanford rounding out the top 10. Just look through the rest of the field, see where you finished. Look at some notables here. Here, Joshua Sokoli was running second for most of the race until getting involved in that second caution there. He'll end up finishing in the 15th position. Here, Daytona 500 winner Seth Cole, 21st. Jessica Shelton, the Atlanta winner, in 22nd. Here, Michael Norman, 28th. He came into this race in the top 10 in points, so he's going to take a hit, unfortunately. Joshua Collard, in his debut race in the series, comes home 29th, a lap down. James Qualls, our points leader, coming into this race, finishes 34th. He will definitely lose the points lead today. "11 cars failed to finish this race today, but congratulations once again to Jeff Arndt on his first win of the season. And the point standings will be up at the end of this video. Be sure, if you like this race, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to see more Dr. Pepper Cup Series action here on this channel. Till then, I'm not really sure where we're going to be racing next week, but we will find out here. So until then, I will see everybody later.